All right, y'all, welcome to another episode of Riding with Goats. I am your host, Old Man Goat. Give me some of that fist bump and all of that. How y'all doing? So today, as you can see, we're in downtown Knoxville-ish. Thought we'd start off with a little bit of a new segment called the Hidden Art of Knoxville. Let's call it the not so hidden art of Knoxville. There may be an echo here. If there is, that's my bad. But as you can see behind me, look at this art, y'all. Look at this art. Look at this. Right? That's 2 stories high. Let's go. Again, this is Knoxville, Tennessee, y'all. This is the not so hidden art of Knoxville. This is kind of where we left off in the last video. Apologize for that microphone issue. We will get it worked out. Look at that, y'all. This is art. And it's everywhere. Everywhere here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And what better way to find it than on our trusted steed, the king goat, right? So as you can see, lots of beautiful different displays of hidden art here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm going to take you to them today. So why don't you go ahead and get your safety gear on? Let's ride. All right, y'all, before we get today's ride started, let's talk about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor, everybody, is Joy. That's right, Joy. As you can see behind me, it's that time of year, so just about everywhere you look, you can find Joy, but it's up to you to choose Joy. You're in the mall parking lot, you can't find a spot, you just want to get in the mall, but you got somebody who's parked all funny. Choose Joy. Take a deep breath. One thing that happens when we get a little bit stressed out is we tend to hold our breath. So go ahead and take a deep breath, feed your brain, and choose Joy. And as you can see, this is the House of Goat, the lair of the old man. And you guys have seen it now. I'm going to have to... Anyway, I got a plan for us. Let's move on over here and see some other things in the House of Goat. That's right. What do we have here? Santa Claus. What is Santa Claus doing? Oh, he's on 2 wheels, y'all. Look at old Santa Claus. Look, he fits right there. He fits right there with this well-placed body armor and these well-placed Ghirardelli peppermint bark squares. Anytime you need yourself a treat, go for a Ghirardelli peppermint square. Anyway, I got to show you something about old Santa Claus here. Not only is he a lover of 2 wheels, but guess what, y'all? He's got a battery. He's an e-bike lover. That's right. Santa Claus loves e-bikes. We're going to change his batteries, and I'm going to show you just how much he loves these e-bikes. That we've got the new battery in this e-bike. Let's see how Santa reacts. Wow. Santa Claus got a loud e-bike. He needs to do something about that, y'all. Let's get to the ride. All right, let's get this ride along started. Just have to take it all in. So nice. So nice. And that's just one little corner. And it goes around the corner. It's very nice, y'all. Come to Knoxville, Tennessee. You'll love it. All right, as you can see, step back here. Lake Great Pat Summit. Let's go Lady Vols. I mean, just wow, right? Wow. And this is just the beginning, y'all. Just the beginning. Casually stroll around. We don't have nothing to do today. It's a beautiful day. One of the last few beautiful days we're going to have left of the winter season. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's one way or another we'll find to get out on the road and get some content. All right. But other than that, I hope y'all have been doing all right. I hope the holiday season isn't hitting you in a bad way. There are a lot of us out there who I'm sure have a tough time dealing with the holidays. So yeah, you know, there's people in a scenario where they may not be with their loved ones for the holidays. Always remember that what don't kill you makes you stronger. Take a left here. As I said, you know, there's a lot more foot traffic. It's almost up in the 50s, so why not? Go to these definites that I know of. Maybe we'll get a good shot before there's too many people around. Definitely gets a little bit chillier out in areas where there's no sunlight. Like I said, there's going to be so much foot traffic down here. This may be a tough one today to try to get. Just saying. It may just be really tough to get it. But we could probably try. Oh no, did they? Nah. Pretty sure that's still Dolly right there. Yeah, there she is, y'all. Say hello to Dolly. Let's go over here. We'll get us a nice shot with the bike in front of Dolly. And then we'll look around at this wonderful artwork we have. There you go, y'all. Look at this. Talk about the hidden art of Knoxville, Tennessee, y'all. Look at this. Go power bikes. Let's go, Dolly. Hey, Dolly. Oh. Y'all need to come to Knoxville, Tennessee. Have yourself a good time. Just dipping into an alley, and next thing you know, you see some of this amazing artwork. Tell you what, we'll do 2 passes. I'll look right, and then we'll come back and look right, and we'll be on the left. And again, this just right, dipping right into an alleyway. And then you find it. Look at this ironwork. Let's go. Two-wheel transportation, y'all. That's what we're out here to promote, is the progression of two-wheel transportation. It doesn't have to be pedal power only. That's nice. Let's go. And we're getting close, I think, to maybe Cafe 4. Again, on the other side is all of the restaurants and the downtown market square fun. Nice. Love me some Anthony Bourdain. The only problem is that when it's restaurants on that side, you get the aroma of the backside of a restaurant. If you know, you know. But this is awesome, y'all. Try to get a good shot for everybody to see. And this is just one of the alleyways, right? It's a lovely community here in Knoxville, Tennessee. You've got the college, you've got the downtown, not too far, and you'll have, you know, a more neighborhood, suburban lifestyle. We can't go in there because even with pedals, you have to walk your bike through there, so we're not going to walk our bike through there, but that's nice. I mean, a nice little courtyard after checking out all that beautiful artwork. All right. Nice. And that's what we're all about here. The mountains, y'all. Let's go Vols. They're smoky. You gotta love that. The mountains of East Tennessee. And then a little bit of Go Vols in there. Alright, pretty cool. So now we can turn around and go the other way. Alright, so it's going to look completely different because of the sunlight. But as you can see, beautiful public art. Some more of that good old smoky. Let's go Vols, right? Alright. Zoo Knoxville. It's been a while since we've been to the Zoo Knoxville. In the comments if anybody's been there recently. You know, there's some new additions. New addition. More mountains again. One of the nicest parts about this area is peaceful serenity that you're surrounded by. Again, shops and restaurants on one side, housing above. Hey, for the gamers. Okay. And then end where it should usually end, right? Here in this area and from this area. A bright and beautiful soul once told me, follow your bliss. Let's go. Well said. Alright, so here we are, back to the other end where we started. Dolly Parton. Hi, Dolly. Alright. Alright, y'all. So there was one of the beautiful little alleyways here that provides some of the not so hidden art in Knoxville, Tennessee. And there we go, Market Square. They've got some ice skating down here. Lots of holiday festivities going on. Let's go. Merry Christmas, everybody. There's Santa Claus. Let's just turn right here. This is one of the next alleyways that holds some of the hidden arts of Knoxville. This is the rough one though. As you can see, there's a lot of juice. What is this juice? I don't really know, and I don't want it in my face. But we'll just go a little bit and then look up. Alright. So not bad. Yeah. Trying to let you take it all in without my my voice overwhelming your artistic absorption. I know that would be hard to understand all this art influx without the ability to think about what I'm doing. But you don't have to. Just sit back and relax. Grab you a snack and enjoy the hidden art. In fact, the not so hidden art, because these, as you can see, these were much more tucked back in the alleyway, so more hidden than any of the other areas that we found so far. Nothing like the last building that we came across that's just jutting up out of nowhere with all kinds of different art pieces on it. So, presence is increasing. Get to the chopper. All of a sudden, choppers everywhere. We're going to take a drink. Take a little break, get the right shot. Else can have their dolly moment now. We had ours. We got the dolly moment, y'all. There's another e-bike. Alright, so as y'all can see, this place is getting quite busy. We are right on top of the Christmas time. There's a little bit of wall art there. We do have the windows that we failed to look at when we were over there getting eyeballed by the heavy presence of the man. So we probably aren't interested in going back over there. Here we got a little bit. Check this out, y'all. A little bit of artwork here in little Knoxville. Just like that. And that's all she wrote, y'all. Trying to see how many people are going to carinate this situation. The last thing that we need is someone to ruin today's day. Why don't you have a helmet on, bro? See how many people are here now? It's very frustrating. Person doing. So that's a nice shot, y'all. Gay Street. You got Tennessee Theater. You got people at green lights that don't know how to go. Let's go. Some pretty wall art there. Not so. I know where it's trying to say. There's a little bit down there, but you really can't get to it. Yeah, that's the one that I really can't get to. There's a slight amount here. But you don't really get a chance to really get to see it. So you got the London, the King's Guards, right? That's about all you get a picture of over here. Nice. Fuck. Yeah, this one right here. The best shot is from over here. Oh, I can't get to it. Probably get a good view from here. Right, right in front of the mountain biker. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Looks like we're going over to World's Fair Park from here. Look, it's cool. I mean, it takes people doing that to get to this, right? If there weren't people out there dedicated to cycling, there would never have been an e-bike, right? So let me get a drink. I'm gonna head on down to World's Fair Park from here. See what kind of shots we can get. Y'all, there's just more foot traffic the nicer it gets, and the more foot traffic that we have, the more of a possibility it is. And we're going to run into a Karen no matter what we're doing, even if we're pedaling. They're going to be like, what are you doing? Right? Because, you know, this is nice. Look here. I'm going to get a shot while the fountains aren't on. Let's see if I can get this shot while the fountains aren't on. Oh. Yeah, this is more of that picture man stuff, y'all, I was talking about on that last video. It kind of takes away the fun of the ride, but you got to do what you got to do, y'all. I mean, look at this. This is just like, what? What? Look, right? Nice. Now the fountains come on and then ruins my bike. No. Let's go. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Well, we haven't been harassed too much today, guys, and we have been around a plethora of individuals. So it is nice that people aren't jumping straight into... yeah, I'm taking a drink. Give me a second. Yeah, we don't have a lot of people jumping into Karen mode. So that's nice. And it's nice that the fountains didn't come on. But yeah, as you can see over here, you can actually see how the bridges are done well. And then we'll ride over there and take a look at that. It was pretty windy the other day. You can see the debris field back there. You know, and the grass is in its dormant phase. In the spring, in the summer, it's just so beautiful here. It's just a nice open green lawn with a beautiful backdrop like this. And then, of course, we have the amphitheater and the little lake area over here as well that I've taken you all to in the past. Again, y'all, it's just a really beautiful place to come to. It's a wonderful place to raise your children. It's, you know, it's just really, really, really a beautiful town. But as you can see, they continued on with the natural theme right there. And see that? That's nice. It's right here with the water. And, you know, it's just a very pleasant atmosphere, other than what I just saw over here. And he was giving me the eye, so we're gonna walk away from this now. But I just wanted to give you guys a shot of this area here. It's just really nice, peaceful and calm. And in the spring, you know, there's just loads of people out here enjoying themselves. What's he doing? He was trying, eh? I think he was gonna try, y'all. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to say. At this point, you know, it's not like we're out, you know, mobbing and causing a disruption in traffic or tearing up people's landscaping. And we have pedals, right? That's why we have pedals. So we can pedal up and down on the sidewalk if we need to. Right? Oh my, that was a crazy little sight that I just saw. Let's just see what we can see over here on this bicycle path. Oh, Karen's? Surely not. I know there's a slot over here. It could be those steps that we had went past before. That could be slightly painted in a fashion that maybe would be considered a mural. But the last time we were over here, I didn't really think that's what I would have called that. We'll come down here and check it out. But I don't really think this is what I was being led to. No, it wasn't. So here, this is where World's Fair Park starts or ends, depending on which side you come from, and then the University of Tennessee starts or begins. So, really nice areas to walk in and enjoy yourself, you know, on a nice day. There's the steps I was thinking of. See them down there. Right there. We can get down there, but it's just steps, so it's nothing on the high-end scale of art, especially when you're talking about the hidden art of Knoxville, or the not so hidden art of Knoxville, right? Because I mean that's really what, you know, because you know, I've been to a very nice museum, like one of the world's nicest museums. It's called the Louvre, and it's a very beautiful place to go and visit and see things that people call works of art, right? But to be quite honest, you know, there was more stress there about pickpocketing and, you know, things like that, that I really wasn't able to enjoy myself as much as I'd like. So, again, art is in the eye of the beholder. Somebody said it, I'm sure. Somebody out there knows. Let me know in the comments who said it. But yeah, art is in the eye of the beholder. And to me, there are a lot of things that are considered like modern works of art that are maybe just deemed art because they're part of a group of people that are high-end artists, and they're the ones who say what is art and what is not. Either way, you know, a lot of the stuff that we have come across today are works of art, but there are many other things out there that can be considered works of art. Let me know in the comments if there's anything in Knoxville that you find to be a work of art, like sailing. Yeah, that's pretty, right? You know, you got all these steps too, so if John Hicks ever watches my video, Hicks, we got steps there, boom, 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 boom. Steps there, boom, 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 boom. Or you can bring, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll have Hicks, Saronster, and Raw, and of course Jimbo Slice. And we'll all come down here and we'll just ride down these steps. I mean, look at that, right? You could have a drone shot over there, overshooting the water. Man, y'all got to hit me up. I got ideas. So, y'all, it kind of happens with me. There's a plan and an intention when I go out to record and hang out with y'all. And then one way or another, I don't know what I do. It's like squirrel, right? And then it's like boom. So a lot of this stuff's probably just going to hit the editing room floor, you know. But look, I like hanging out with y'all, and if y'all ever make it to Knoxville, Tennessee, I got an extra e-bike. I'm sure the kid won't mind you riding it, since he's not really allowed to ride e-bikes in Okinawa. So, because of that, we got one just getting dust on it. So come on to Knoxville, and we'll go riding around, and we will introduce people to responsible e-bike riding. You know, because this is, unfortunately, at this stage of e-bike transportation, two-wheel transportation, at this stage, you really have to be aware of the impression that you're putting off to others, right? So the very last thing that you want is to be a nuisance, right? The simple fact of the matter is that I pay my taxes, you know, I do my part. I've got a full-time 40-hour-a-week job, actually more than that. I work overtime a lot now, you know, and I've got all that going on. So this is a public space that me, you, anybody who enjoys two-wheel electronic transportation, one-wheel electronic transportation, shout out to PEV in Chicago, I think that's what it is. Man, that guy just rides around in all kinds of cold Chicago climates on one wheel. So check that guy out. You'll find him. Or you can check out Nighthawk. I've seen him on Instagram, I think. You know, that dude, he's, whew, I don't know about one wheel transportation, but look, anybody and everybody who's out here being responsible, but I chose to come out here when I knew that most people would not be out here. And unfortunately, that almost has to be the way that I approach this type of situation, because there are people in this world, the Karens of the world, that let's hobble on over to some other spot. I don't know, but look, as long as you have the ability to be a responsible human being, you should be allowed to be in public. If you're doing things that are highly irresponsible in public, then yeah, there's no need for that. Oh, right there. We were just talking about the Louvre, y'all. There's Old Man Goat, Mrs. Goat, and that's the Louvre. The funny thing about that picture, y'all, I don't mind doing it. Come on, pop up. Funny picture about that, y'all, is that all around us, there are people that are trying to get selfies of themselves holding this pyramid-like structure at the Louvre. I mean, they're everywhere. So many of them everywhere that they actually built these little concrete stands for people to stand up on so they could be raised just high enough to get the right shot. So me and my goofy wife, of course, we're like, oh yeah, look at them taking forever to get their shot. And then what do? We take a goofy shot and bam, nailed it. First take. Yeah, right. Is there anything else out there that you would like us to explore? Do you want me to find more dirty, stinky alleyways like old Hicks? Or do you want me to do less talking and more writing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm here for you. You know, it's very, very rough to get a hold of the right equipment for me. Okay, so here's this little bit of a shot here, and the water is not running, of course, because it's winter time. All right, y'all, so we have made it back here to the steps that we were just talking about. Right here. Boom. Nice. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Might as well. So we'll probably call this the end, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and head on back to the house, get her in the goat shack. It's been fun hanging out with y'all today, checking out the not so hidden works of art here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Again, let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you would like to see in Knoxville other than UT, because we love the Vols. But y'all, it is almost Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. We'll catch you on the next ride.